Dear President, thank you very much. Dear Members of Parliament, last year, on the 19th of April, the European Commission launched the European Cloud Initiative with the ambition to ensure that science, businesses, public services could reap all the benefits of the so-called big data revolution. Today, we produce 2.5 billions of bytes of data per day. That is, as someone once put it, 4 Eiffel Towers of Blu-ray discs per day. So the fundamental question tonight for us is really how do we deal with it? And the Cloud Initiative is part of the answer to this question. The communication proposed the creation of an inclusive European open science cloud, deploying an efficient European data infrastructure to address such enormous data flows and opening up the user base to the public sector and industry. As a Commissioner for Research, Science and Innovation, I have followed very closely your work, and it culminated with the adoption of the report in front of us today. Let me give a word of gratitude to the Chairman, Jerzy Buzek, for stepping up as a rapporteur, and as well to Mr. Boni and Ms. Maydell for their work in LIBE and IMCO. I knew from the beginning that the contribution of the European Parliament would be a valuable support for our strategy for an open and trusted cloud-based data environment geared to the scientific community. We are now deeply committed to engage with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that the European Cloud Initiative can achieve its objectives. We are now discussing sustainable funding and implementation instruments with the Member States, research infrastructures, scientific communities and other key players. But let me assure you that we are here and to tell you that your advice will be followed, that the Commission has already started to implement the initiative very much along the lines that you suggest. First, on the European Open Science Cloud, the Commission is preparing a roadmap for governance and financing to be presented to and discussed with the Member States in the course of 2017. Our aim is very simple. We want our 1.7 million European scientists to have the best services for text and data mining, the best data management plans and the best training programs. We made open data the default in Horizon 2020 starting in 2017. By other words, we kind of transformed an exception into a rule, simply because we intend and we believe that the European Commission should lead by example. We will fund a pilot project on the European Science Cloud to ensure that the governance in the European Open Science Cloud is truly representative of the European science, that it creates synergies amongst existing and future initiatives of this kind. Over the year, we will do more. We will define a governance board before the end of 2017, and we will work on making all our research data fair, findable, so scientists can identify each piece of data in a unique way, accessible so it can always be obtained freely, interoperable because science is today at the intersections of disciplines, and reusable because you cannot lose important data after you have used it. You have to be able to reuse it in different disciplines in different times. So if we want better research, if we want better science, and if we want better innovation, it's essential to be able to set this fair principle of data as the global standard. So we all speak the same language and we can advance in science. After addressing you on the Science Cloud, let me now give you some information about the European data infrastructure, a European high-performance computing strategy under development with Member States and the European industry. This includes a pooling of the necessary investments at all levels to create a world-class pan-European high-performance computing and big data ecosystems by 2023. We want this ecosystem to be built on 2 exascale computers. That means a billion operations per second, which is basically 1,000 times faster than today's supercomputers. And the Commission agrees that the take-up of high-performance computing services by businesses, consumers, public administrations and scientific sectors requires seamless, user-friendly access with appropriate levels of data protection, security and services to ensure trust and confidence in their use. I believe the key for the future in terms of data is about exactly these two principles, trust and confidence. And so in this context, the last 10th of January, the Commission adopted the communication on building a European data economy. That deals with additional big data issues. It advocates reducing barriers to free flow of data. It looks into questions of ownership, access of data, liability in the context of data-driven processes and autonomous systems. It puts emphasis on measures necessary to ensure an open and competitive economy without unjustified lock-in effects. As regards widening the benefits of the European Cloud Initiative to industry, the Commission is considering several proposals on the supply and demand side and on the extension to SMEs. Ladies and gentlemen, let me finish by reiterating that the European Commission is fully committed with you to support science, industry and public authorities in Europe access to world-class data infrastructures and cloud-based services as they become decisive factors for success in this digital era. In a recent visit to Heidelberg, I saw how the Institute of Bioinformatics generates more than 1.3 billion euros per year of value just by having made one very simple choice: scientific information freely available to the global science community. That's the way we go. That's the way we have to go, thanks to your report. Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Commissioner, thank you very much indeed for giving us